I, as usually, show my complete lack of culture from having zero clue what the fuck you were talking about. Oh boy. Also, my body has apparently mastered a new art that I didn't know about. It is the art of, instead of waking up, you instead kind of fall asleep, which is weird. I was more awake when I got up rather than I am now, so I don't know how that works, but alas, here we are. We're back with our little weaver buddies. Let's take off the Defender's Crest. It's a fun little item, but not exactly one we want right now. What should I put on? We could remove this Dash Master thing again and just put on something for 3. What do we want? Anything fancy or new or interesting? Let's try the Dream Shield, see if we get some value of that. Probably a bit distracting, but we'll see. We are in the pleasure house. There's Marissa singing below us. I think you can very faintly hear her as well, which is kind of neat. There's a room to the top right that we can't access yet, I think. There's a big old tower here in the middle of the City of Tears that we could go into, to one of the 3 dreamers. We could... Where else would we want to go? I kind of want to go here. It's the best way of going about that, I reckon. It would be... We could also just quickly go back to Dirtmouth and then from there go to the left into Green Path, so... Let's try doing that sort of thing. Alright, we have a double jump. I forgot. It's lovely. Good old double jump. Did we ever go up here? I don't think we did. Oops. Fucking stomped on by some fat ass bug. God dang. Rudest man in the game. Fun thing, if I'm focusing, the Dream Shield actually goes faster around me in that meanwhile. Probably trying to desperately protect me from whatever it is trying to protect me from. Very nice. Where's this room? There's nothing here yet. I was gonna go on top of him. I've been sort of randomly alternating between using the analog stick and the dream pad in this playthrough. I think I usually use the D-pad, but somehow ended up on analog stick every now and then. Not that it really matters, it's just something I noticed. Bonk. Feels a bit weird. It does recover somewhat quickly though, so maybe it's alright. Is that a vessel fragment? It sure is. Oh boy, oh boy. Stuff. Just quickly check my bullshit, see if everything is working. It looks like everything is working. Alright, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, I only just realized that the spiky shield bit also pokes whenever I attack. That's what the noise is. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if you can, like, manually use that rather than just having the shield run into things. I guess that's kind of how I always assumed it would just work. That's some interesting biology-based quote right there. Should probably be researched by some variety of scientists to learn more about the human condition. Oh yeah, right, we have the upgraded new Gibbet spell. Very fancy. Shield isn't too bad. Probably not terribly noticeable against these generic bugs that I could just run into and kill. Yeah, I mean, I'm usually not terribly fussed about that sort of thing either. It's just, when I wrote in Discord, like, oh yeah, I'm not feeling terrible, I actually meant that. I felt pretty good. I was like, yeah, I'll just quickly wake up and then we'll be fine. We'll have some water in the meanwhile and try to sort myself and then we go. And now I feel kind of awkwardly sleepy again and like... I guess kind of dehydrated, which doesn't make sense. I've had 2 glasses of water and I have 2 more drinks sitting right here to keep myself going, but I don't know, just feels weird. Oh well. It's probably nothing to worry about. I'll wake up over time, especially if I sneakily ingest some caffeine. Or caffeine, I guess it is in English, isn't it? Anything new and interesting over here? Nothing in here. Anything new in the map maker's place? I think we've been here before we ended last session, but oh, we have a tram pin now. Nice. That's why I thought, why not? Buy all of the automatic pins. Make exploration even better. Hello. Still can talk to you. You have absolutely nothing of value to say. We have a bunch of money, so we could buy more of these things, although I'm not terribly fussed about them. I kind of want to go to the bank and store my money soon. Okay, so I think we're heading for... It's not Queen Station, is it? It's, what is it called? Come on. Kind of have to awkwardly double tap to... Could we not explore further there? I feel like we could have. Or should have been able to. Oh, I didn't have wall climb yet, so we couldn't have. Okay. Let's go back then to Green Path over here, and then see if there's anything fancy new up there. There's also a little bit of extra by the Lake of Un. Or Un, or whatever the fuck it's called. So, let's head here and do some exploration. Last time we acquired the vast majority of, like, exploration upgrades thingies, so now we can go basically anywhere. Which is always fun. Makes it so that if we already are in an area and are having a look around, we can just try and take up, or pick up just about everything. That's... No, wait, that's actually where I want to go. Never mind. I have forgotten. So, over here is where we fought Hornet for the first time. We actually still only fought her once, haven't we? Never mind what I said. I said nothing of value. We'll definitely never fight her again. It will be a complete surprise when we do. Alright, so last time we couldn't go further because A, we were not immune to acid yet, and B, we didn't have this ability. Now we have both, so we can go as far as we want. Either start climbing here, although there's nothing to get, or if we can go through acid, we can go through here. Haha. I forgot what exactly this area looks like. So this will be exciting for all of us. Yeah, that's definitely one of the advantages, if you're having that optimistic outlook on it. I think most people don't, but always good to be positive. Just kind of double checking to see if there's any hidden walls. I don't know what this shortcut's about. Like, this is basically just as fast as the other side. Maybe you can't go back the other side, who knows, whatever. There'd be a big old lake. Alright. I inspect. The shape of Un. Oh boy, oh boy. And off you fuck again. So I wonder if that's Un, or Un, or whatever the fuck it's pronounced. Sometimes I wish games didn't just have names exclusively in text. Yeah, and we're done here. We just go back out. So that's a charm that we just picked up. It's a very fun one. It's not like super useful. It has its niche uses, but it's pretty fun. I will show it off once we get home if I remember. Not right away. Let's just do some more exploration first, see if we can pick up more swig. Oh, I probably also want to kill some of these for the hunter entry thingy. There you go. By some, I apparently mean exactly one, since that's all that was needed. We met Quirrell here before. We can update the map this way. Ta-da! There's a little extra on top. You can kind of sort of tell when an area has been, like, a secret discovery, because, for example, by the Lake of Un, you can see that there's no actual connection between the little pathway and the room itself, implying that this was like some sort of bonus thingy rather than a normal path. Just sort of neat. Alright, we're here. Recognize the room for a sec. We are much stronger than when we were last here. So there should be a walk in the Green Park. I say getting hit. Obviously, I had to get hit at that time, since I was talking shit. So here's where we first rescued, or, well, encountered Zod the Mighty in his adventure to slay a great beast. He was totally fine, did not need our help at all. Had every reason to be angry with us. Let's go up here again. So, like, we couldn't actually find anything while we were last here. This is kind of a dead end, but I swear to God, this feels like the place where you continue exploring something that we just couldn't get to last time, so... Like, my brain tells me that there's stuff here, so I wanted to give it another look now that we have much more upgrades and stuff. Many more upgrades. Yeah, that might be not entirely uncommon park behavior, I reckon. Not that that's a good thing, just sadly what happens sometimes. We're going through this backwards, which is pretty fun. Ah, I think we couldn't get here before. There go grub. Oh yeah, right below me. So I guess things weren't entirely fruitless. Speaking of grubs, we should probably check out with the Elder Grub and see if he has some use week for us. We rescued a bunch of men after all. Yeah, we could not go here before. Okay, cool. I think we needed the Wolfman to get up. Now we're at the Howling Cliffs, which is basically the edge of the world, if you will. Find a King's Idol. Then as we try to progress out of the map, it will stop us, because there's like a storm or whatever. You can kind of reach the edge, but it doesn't area transition, this is just the end of the map. It meant to say Elder Grub, I hope I didn't say Elder God. Because I am not terribly fond of Moron Combat Universe. I prefer actual Hollow Knight Universe. I'm probably also slightly mumbly, as I tend to be when I'm sleepy, so I may not have enunciated that properly anyway. Thank you, shield. I didn't even notice that guy. Hey, a wall that we can break. A wall that a man could enter. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. These blasted plains stretch never-ending, there is no world beyond. Those foolish enough to traverse this void must pay the toll and relinquish the precious mind this kingdom grants. A bit of lore there for us. Also a dead bird. The Wanderer's Journal. Hole that a man could open. Let's not go to the side room because we're doing the dream tree thing right now. Let's finish that in one go before we leave the room and have to redo something. I do hear a very jolly man having a fun time charting maps though. It's exactly what we want in life. Borderline relevant quote, there we go. Didn't get my double jump back because I fucked up. So if you're exploring a room for the first time, then the whole have a tree essence gathering session isn't as bad because you're still like seeing it for the first time and you're getting to go through all the areas, so it works out quite nicely in that regard. This is a decent tree in that regard. I should stop saying in that regard at this point because otherwise it might become my word of the day or phrase of the day in that regard. Enjoying the bracing air. Bracing air? Oh. The bracing air, we're quite close to Hellena's borders and those desolate plains that surround it. In this direction, I'm about as far as I'm willing to go, though it's been a pleasant change from the tight confines of the caverns. I've drawn out a small map for the area. It's a simple one and more for completion really. Not knowing the full extent of a region can be quite frustrating. Sure, I'll buy your map, as always. I chanced upon a strange bug atop these cliffs. His house isn't far from here. A very imposing figure he was, and no doubt lethal with a nail. I expect you two might share more in common than him and I. Anything fancy to think? Throughout the world, what joy? Yep, nope, same as always. So yeah, here's this map. I already have a little bit of a hidden area there filled in. Do we want to go in there? Not just yet. Again, want to finish off the essence gathery business before we leave. Should be it, right? Yeah. There we go. We have gotten all of the essence. Oh boy, oh boy. Tree should be around here somewhere. Maybe. This is taller than I remember. Yeah, there it is. Alright, let's quickly read the exactly 3 phrases that we get. Wasteland, bugs reduced. 2 phrases? Goddamn, I got scammed. At least I got a bunch of essence out of it. Right, so this was the secret room, and it is a very good one. The corpse of a large bug. Hey, now this place is glowing. What's that about? Oh boy, what's this? Let's fan the flames and find out. Fine tune for a fine group that has arrived. You're still dead though. Weird. I'm sure that won't be relevant in a bit. Let's go back to where Cornifer was and check out that little room as well. Oops. So we have another dark room, but thankfully Lantern saves the day, as it likes to do. Do we go up or down? Let's go... Oh. What? Sounds like that ceiling up above can be broken, but only from above. So I guess we'll go down instead. Anything on this side? Oh, what? Just looking at chat and there was another bug on screen. Oh boy, oh boy. The same as he always had when we checked before. He's just happy and excited to chart the world and really likes that sort of thing and wishes that his wife would share his passion with him. I am so blind. Yeah, so the it seems like between the ads that we have, like the 3 Weaverlings and the Dream Nail, not Dream Nail, Dream Shield, I actually get quite confused and just ignore enemies that are fully on screen, not paying any attention. I guess some of them are also just appearing from the background as we get close, so maybe it's excusable. whole lot of lifeblood here. Oh, it's this room, right? I think we can do this. How dare you? I don't think there's many people to share other variations of passion with in that town. Darkness seems pretty inactive, let's say. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong place, never mind. You get Joni's Blessing. Another fine charm. Oh. Hello there. Ah, I see you bear my blessing. I can't remember giving it, but my memory has been a little lacking as of late. Yeah, you totally gave me your blessing. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Isn't it just so peaceful here? Such a perfect place to rest. I agree. Here, let me absolve you of existing. Mr. Ghost. And here's the breakable floor we heard earlier. Point. Down we go. Take clumsy fork. Here you can see it again. To chart the world, what joy if only Zelda could share the thrill. But it's real. Zelda seems alright. Can't really blame her for not wanting to go do map dungeon exploring business. Not for everyone. Anything up here? There is actually something. We can probably cheese our way in there, unless it only opens from the other side. But I actually know what that is, and we shall find that naturally later. Let's not try to sequence break. Not that it's a very important sequence break or whatever, just, you know, let the game do its thing rather than me fucking around too much. Especially since I already know what it is. Hey, dead people and nails. I'm sure this is relevant. What do we have here? Bench is always nice. Looks ominous. Boy oh boy. Hello, sir. This is Nail Master Mato. What a fine man. Bit of a Chad name there, Mr. Nail Master. Well met. Yes, I thought I could sense the aura of a fierce warrior approaching. I'm impressed you found my sanctuary here at the top of the world. No doubt you've endured many trials and overcome many foes in your quest to find me. Mato. No, don't speak a word. I, Nail Master Mato, who was taught the art of the nail by the great nail sage himself, hereby accept you as my pupil. Let us begin the lesson immediately. Learn the master's nail art. Yeah, sure, nail me, brother. You've now mastered the Cyclone Slash. Hold X to concentrate energy into the nail. Release the button while holding up or down to perform the Cyclone Slash. Your form exquisite. Now I know how my own master felt when he passed down his teachings to us. I hope you don't think me too forward when I say that I consider you to be my child. Yes, when I say saw you perform my nail art, I felt the bond between us suddenly flash into existence. It's going a bit fast here, mate, sorry. You honor me beyond words, my pupil. Thank you. Here, I also bow. So this is what it looks like. We can charge now, and then once we start glowing, we can let go, and we do the Cyclone Slash. It said we had to press up or down while doing it. That is because there are other nail arts to be learned, and over time, we will actually have to press up or down to execute the Cyclone Spinny thing, but for now, it doesn't matter if we hold the direction or not. What is brain? My brother Shio, how fare you in that green kingdom of thorns you call home? I think of you every time I raise my nail. Do you ever close your eyes and remember the time we spent together with Oro and our master? I like to think you do. Give me a bit of a hint as to where his mate is. Yeah, a bit too lonely. I guess it sucks to be lonely as a nail master. You kinda need, like, a mate for that. King Nail Master 2000k. It doesn't quite sound as silly in context, but without context, it's a pretty funny name. So we have another ghost. Hello, sir. I am Gorb. Bow, 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 bow to Gorb. The great mind, I am Gorb. Ascend, 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 ascend with Gorb. Yeah, let's do it, Gorb. Here we go. You sound a bit shit, not gonna lie. Makes lovely noises though. Oh yeah, right, he shoots twice now. Not that that mattered because I got hit by the first one, but don't tell anyone. Ow, I'm bad. Oh, 3 times, here we go. It's the fucking mix-up. Yeah, get fucked, Gorb. Give me your essence. Mate. I am Gorb, the great mind, the pain, ascend, ascend, I am... Off he goes. I think he likes to levitate, he seemed like the type. Here lies Gorb, the great mind, yeah, Goodbye, Gorb. Whoever the fuck you think you are. Stairs would be beneath the great Gorb, I reckon. So would elevators. It's gotta float up by your bloated head. Big mind, I mean. Anything else on here? I seem to remember there being like a hidden little thing. Might be wrong. I appear to be wrong. Well, he may have died, so he sucks in general. Can't be that good if he does. I was sworn there was a... I guess not. Never mind. So, fun thing, if you pay attention to these lanterns, they might remind you of the intro to the game, if you were there for that. So, this is basically where we started when we first cutscened, because as you can see on the map, going right down will lead us to Dirtmouth. And even the King's Passage, if you chose to, but if you just do like this, we fall down all the way over here, behind King's Passage and Dirtmouth. Aha, back in the town. Oh, this is different. We'll check that out in a sec. First, let's listen to the Elderbug, who looks very frightened. Ah, look there, something strange and sinister has suddenly appeared. Oh, it fills me with dread. I think it's best I try to ignore it. Yeah, that seems to be exactly your approach to most things in life, isn't it? Anything new to think? Why must these grotesque strangers intrude our peaceful little home? Sometimes it feels like the whole world is conspiring to make me uncomfortable. Yeah, mate, it doesn't take much to make you uncomfortable, it seems, so, get fucked. Oh, oops. Something about the strangers of the world. What interest does this child place hold for them? I'm thinking you may know the answer to that. None of my business, of course, but I'd be wary of their deals and promises. Keep your nail half drawn, if you understand me. Something a bit different about you. Ah, the way you hold your nail, so you've learned a nail art. Very interesting. I wonder, do you have the passion to continue your training? Yeah, okay, now back to normal stuff. You also back to normal stuff? To reach Dartmouth, most travelers take circuitous routes around the cliffs beside us. It's a hard trek now, but in the Kingdom's prime, things were far simpler. There's an old pass in the cliffs that once allowed easy access. The bridge up to it has long since crumbled away, and even without it, a huge door bars entry. I can't complain, mind you. It's meant we've only ever had to accommodate a trickle of travelers, even during our busiest times. I wouldn't want hordes of bugs to descend into Dartmouth. I like the quiet. Yeah, to be fair, maybe Sand was already conspiring to make you uncomfortable to begin with. What's her face is gone. Interesting. Anything new here?
Bafanada.
Nope. Bafanada indeed. Well, let's check out the clearly new and exciting stuff that's to the left. I like the new signs showing up here like, hey look, new attraction to the left, go check out. Let's start with a small tent, as we are wants to do. Hello. Ah, did you call us? You called us and we came. We came. This is some box-related shit, most likely. You don't look scared. Why did you call us? It doesn't matter. Don't tell me. We came and I can smell something. Something deep below us. I want it. I want it.
I've already
You carry a lot of smells on you, but you don't have one of your own. Funny little thing.
I've already crossed.
Shadow and fire will dance together so prettily, I think. Yeah, so she's a bit weird. She wants a certain... well, she's talking about charms, is what she smells on us. And she wants a certain kind of charm, which we then can pay a lot of money to turn into basically upgraded versions. It's a bit weird, in the sense that you don't really get explained how that shit works. Basically, if you're using... we had this merchant down here, caught in the middle, that was telling us these fragile charms that break if we die, and then we'd have to buy them again. We can turn those fragile charms into proper permanent charms on her, or with her, rather, if we go in here and have one on us. Then she says, hey, I can turn this into a big man charm if you give me a shit ton of money. I won't be doing that for now, because that is a shit ton of money, as I just said, but it is good to know that that's a thing you can do. So we had fragile health, greed, and strength, I think, were the three. One giving you more max HP, one giving damage, and one increasing the amount of money you find. And all three of those could be turned into, like, proper durable charms that don't break on death. Anyway. Go from Hellraiser vibes to a different kind of vibe here.
Babala Geno.
Hello, Brum. You called us? Speak to Master.
Sego Nala.
What does Brain say? When flame burns bright inside one's mind, kin heed the call, cross lands on time. So it was you who called us. Well met, my friend, well met. I am Grim, master of this troop. The lantern has been lit and your summons heeded. A fine stage you choose, this kingdom followed by warm and root, perfect earth upon which our ritual shall take place. And you, my friend, your own part is far from over. As the lantern flared, your role was cast, our compact written in scarlet fire. Eager we are to see your commence, but first some illumination it's required. And we get the Grimchild. Across these lands my kin now spread, harvesting that essence peculiar to my breed, the flame and dream. Seek my kin, claim their flame and return it to me, together marvel shall be achieved. But don't fret, small one, for this task you won't travel alone. My child shall guide you to the flame and gather within itself that burning essence. Like you, the child plays key role in this task. Only with it by your side will the flame and my kin reveal themselves to you. Oof, off he goes. So yeah, that's Grim. The Master of the Grim Troop, which is what this DLC was called. Free DLC, mind you, as everything in this fucking game, because these devs are insane.
Baba Gondala.
Flame, seek it out, for Master for our kin. Alright, shall do. Alright, let's sit on this old bench over here. So, we got a few new things. We have the Shape of Un, which we got in the secret area by the lake. Reveals a form of Un within the barrow. While focusing soul, the barrow will take on a new shape and can move freely to avoid enemies. That last part is overstating it a little bit, but it is pretty cool. So while we're focusing, which is how we heal, we turn into a little worm, and we can wiggle around while on the ground. So you can actually kind of dodge projectiles while healing that way, or dodge attacks in general. I don't have much soul to show this off, sadly, but it is a pretty fun little charm. Can be quite useful in some circumstances. Like, just a different way of protecting yourself while you're healing. Then we found Joni's or Yoni's Blessing. Blessed by Joni, the kindly heretic transfigures vital fluids into lifeblood, blue lifeblood. The barrel will have a healthier shell and can take more damage, but they will not be able to heal themselves by focusing soul. Let me quickly equip this as well, just to show what it does, which is easier. So it turns all of our hearts into blue hearts, as you can see at the top, and it increases them by, I think, 3, so you have more total health, but we can't ever heal, which is an interesting way of playing. If you do this and stack it with some other health increasing charms, you can actually get a shit ton of HP, and you don't need to waste soul on healing that way. You can just always use it for offensive stuff, like spells and shit. So It is a fairly interesting kind of strategy. I usually don't play this way, but it's still something to take note of. And here's the Grim Child that we just got. Warned by those who take part in the Grim Troops, I think, ritual. The bearer must seek the Grimkin and collect their flames. Uncollected flames will appear on the bearer's map. So if we equip this child, here we go, here he is. He's just following us as well. He does nothing for now. Makes little noises, which is kind of cute. If we now check out the map, like the game was indicating, we can see that there are flames. Flames, dear flames. And we need to collect all 3 of these to, well, continue the ritual. So we shall now start doing that. Yeah, Bearer Seek left is Dark Souls 2 again. One never truly escapes Strong Lake. I can show you another fun mechanic, although I kind of don't want to. Anyway, so we can try to equip this and it shows like, oh no, you need 2 spots to put this on, but as you can see the sound is changing and things are happening, so if we do this, we can actually force ourselves to equip this, and now we are overcharmed, which is not good. As you can see, our health is blinking with like some pink bullshit. This means I think we take double damage as long as we're overcharmed, so you can equip more charms than you can carry, at least very slightly, but you get a massive downside. I think it is that you take double damage. Might be that you just die die instantly to every attack. One of those two. Anyway, so let's head back down. So this place has changed a little bit ever since we broke the first seal. This is now the infected Crossroads. So now we got a bunch of orange shit everywhere, and we got new and annoying enemies. Or at least variations on our enemies. The area also has not just visually changed, but some passages are actually blocked off now, so we may have to take more roundabout routes to the rooms. Also, these guys explode on death, which is not great. Bonk. Alright, here we go to our Elder Bug. Cash in the rescued grubs. Whey! Oh boy, Swig. We get a rancid egg, oh boy, how important. More Swig. Helen has seals, another 450 bucks. He's just showering me in money. How does this man get all this money? Did he sell off his children, or how is this occurring? Maybe that's the deep lore implication here, that he went to the collector, which we haven't met yet, and sold all those children, and that's why they're out in these weird little glass vial thingies that we now break them free from. And he's just giving us the money back somehow. Maybe he decided against it. Anything new up here? Not really, that I can tell anyway. Alright, so let's start by heading off to the right, which leads into the mines. Ow, right, these guys explode. Ow, also, yes, double damage. So that guy does 2 damage normally, because explosions generally do 2 damage, and since we're overcharmed, just to show off the mechanic, we took double damage, so that was 4 damage for a single hit. This is not very nice. I can hear a heartbeat in the Black Temple. This is definitely a good sign. Temple of the Black Egg. Yeah, I know. Mr. Grimchild. Child me a dream. That sounds weird. Let's not say that instead. Oh right, they also just explode not just on contact, but after charging for a sec. Oh no, the Webby boys hit him. Never mind. Still nothing of value here. Let's quickly heal again, because with 5 HP we stand a chance of surviving getting hit by something powerful. So here's our friend, the miner singer. Let's see what she's about these days. Oh, she's now angry. Well, that's not great. Ow. bury the priest in his. So yeah, she was already losing her marbles before the thing broke loose, and now that the thing is loose, she is sadly become one of these other brainless husks that still just keep digging and fulfill whatever the will of whatever this entity is. Or whatever the orange bullshit is in general. Right, so there's a few small things we can do here. Where does this lead again? Oh right, that's just the other connector. We could have just taken that instead. Anyway. We do a lot more damage now, so we two-shot these guys, which is nice. I think it took us 4 or 5 hits before. Okay, that doesn't actually lead to anything. Good to know. I think we'll just quickly stop by the bench down here so we can stop being overcharmed. We definitely want the Grimchild equipped because that's progress right now, and I guess that means we don't really have many choices because it's only 1 point left. I guess we slap on something somewhat pointless, like... not that one. I guess we'll slap on Dream Wielder, which makes it so that we do this faster. That is actually noticeably faster. I'll try that in combat sometimes and see what we get. There were also a few other little bits and bobs that we could pick up. Let's start by going... Actually, let's just head straight for the flame first. So that's out of the way. Oops. I like the way they throw those pickaxes because it reminds me of the axes from Castlevania, which is a fun experience to be on the receiving end of. Normally, if you're playing Castlevania, you're the one tossing axes at people, but fighting an enemy that just tosses a projectile that works basically the exact same way shows you what it's like. We're also very rich, we should probably head to the bank soon. Just stash some of our money. Do I get... Actually, oops. I fucked this up. I do get a lot of soul from striking these with the Dream Nail. Neat. Fuck's sake. So I'm starting to kill these now because to, well, eventually I kind of want to do everything, which means we also will have to fill out the Hunter's Journal, which means we need to kill enough of all kinds of enemies, like literally all kinds of enemies. So may as well get this started by shooting these since we're in the area already. How do I want to do this? Oops, I didn't mean to wall jump. I'll probably just get more soul from this guy. There we go, and then we just start shooting. Does that hurt? It does, nice. Yeah, these guys are not particularly happy. Most enemies in this don't sound particularly happy if you get to read their thoughts. As is the way with these kinds of games. We get a King's Idol, just hanging out here for now having the double jump. Before we couldn't make it up here, but now with the double jump we can. This is where we initially got the map for the area. Now with the Crystal Heart we can fly all the way over here. Whee! I kinda like whenever we fly across a big old chasm like this, we can watch the Weaverlings spawn next to us, fall to their diets, and then respawn next to us, and so on and so forth. Looks a bit silly. Shouldn't be too far for the flame. Yeah, there it is. So now we have this knob. Most notable for shooting fireballs, dashing at us, and giggling like a madman. Right, so you need to wait until they commit to an attack and then you can quickly get in there. Oh, barely out of range to punish. Good. Game continues its tradition of having hilarious sound effects. I shoot you. Oops, messed up my timing. Should probably not try to jump on them, but rather just smack them in the air. There we go. Flame consumed, so that's 1 out of 3. But while we're here, we may as well continue exploring the rest of this room. There's actually an area downstairs. Let's not do that just yet. I want to go here first. Because if we split this lever, we now have an elevator that we can use, which leads right back down to Dartmouth. How many of these keys do I have? Only 1. I'm not gonna waste that on this. So, like I pointed out very early in the playthrough, that door right there is fairly useless to have, so we're not gonna worry. Couldn't decide between worry and bother, so I decided I went with both options that are wrong. Fantastic. I'll just let that stand as is. Hello. Totally the end of the area. Totally friend man. The real grub is here! Ah! Was the friends we had along the way. Okay, so a few more things we can do in here. Not in this room particularly, but in the crystal mines in general. Crystal Peak, I should say. I don't like that room. It's kind of awkward to maneuver. This one is much better. Whee. That feels so fun for some reason. Even though you're not doing anything, just watching you fly by everything is quite nice. I hit you. I hit you. Ooh, one shot, nice. One-shotting enemies always feels so nice. Just, oh fuck yeah, power, give it to me. Right, so here's where we fought our crystal mate. Forgot what he's called. Anyway, now that we have the double jump, we can get up here. And we can have our rematch, because last time he fucked off after we started fighting him. This time, he is cornered. Oh, oops, I fucked up. He's now enraged as well, which means he does 2 damage. His pattern is still... Oh my god, I should stop rambling and just focus on the fight for a second. Oh, okay. That was embarrassing. So, his pattern is still the exact same as before. Maybe he's a bit faster, but for the most part, he's basically the same guy, just slightly stronger in doing 2 hours of damage. If I'm gonna stop being a fucking moron, then we can probably get this done very easily. I shot once too often. There we go. Goodbye that guy. So, just a fun little side boss, and we get a vessel fragment for it. Or a mask fragment? Mask fragment, nice. You are one crazy climber there, Mr. Weaverling. Good shit. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's have a quick look at the map again. There were a few more little ledges that we couldn't get to before, that we can now get to with the double jump, and one of them is in the top right of this area, which is where we'll be heading next, I reckon. We we've been through all of those fairly well. Yeah, so this room we couldn't access before because double jump, so let's have a look around. So we have general enemies with laser beams. Another one of these fucking trees, which I love so much. Those guys are much easier to deal with once you have the double jump. Oh, this continues, doesn't it? Let's not go through there then. Now we have to hit the tree again to make the essence appear. I should have seen this coming. Thankfully the essence that we did collect stays collected, so it doesn't like respawn. But still. Not exactly ideal to leave the room halfway through. Ow. Jumped so high, I didn't manage to land before he hit me. Oh well. Let's quickly heal. I don't want to accidentally croak. Bonk. Alright, tree has been solved. Let's go check it out. What fancy things it has to say. Probably nothing of value again. Light refracted, energy contained. Yeah, we knew about that sort of shit with these crystals already. I think we want to go in here first. Oops. I should probably just do this. Make life easy rather than hard. So I should have gone in here before when we accessed it earlier. Alright, oops. Oh, that doesn't work either. Okay, cool. I'll just do this then. But I didn't quite remember what this room looked like, so wanted to make sure we do the tree stuff before we move on. Probably do those two or three more quickly. Yeah, we're good, right? I think we have to come back here again later. Now that I think about it, but we'll see. Don't shoot me, mate. Done nothing. Maybe that's the issue. So I very briefly heard the floor do things here. There you go. Kinda easy to miss because you're busy dodging enemies and in combat in general, so... I'm kinda glad I noticed that because I did not remember it. Basically just a bunch of money. Still good to have. Oops. Did not think he was going to be able to snipe me from there. We go up, and we go up, and we go up, and we go up. Damn it. Clumsy fuck. I don't know why I shot him, just felt like it. Fuck's sake. And at the very tippy top, we reach the Halonest's Crown. Doesn't this just look fancy? Find another pale ore. So, this is pretty tall. If we go down here, we shall land in Crystal Peaks. If we go a little bit further left, I think we land over in the in this hallway that we're about to enter again. Like, we could have landed in here as well. As you can see, there's the vertical bit over on this side. And if we flew a little bit further, we would have come down here instead. So that explains where that connects. Anything over here? I don't think there was. Nothing of value was found. Nothing on the ceiling that I can tell. Right, cool. Let's go down on the right side then. There was a path. I think it was if we go right over here. No, that's where we got the crystal heart. I don't think there's anything in here for us to do. Maybe it's one lower or something. There was another bit where you can double jump up that we couldn't do before, I reckon. I just don't quite remember where it was, so we'll have to fuck around a bit. That was just a little stompy connector, I think. Press one button, receive a bunch of money. Seems good. Oh yeah, we did this part, so it's deactivated. Chose the inconvenient way, I guess. Maybe what I'm looking for is here. Although no, this was the dark room. I could have sworn there was another one of these. Maybe it's the hallway to the left. Let's find out. Could have sworn there was a second place like the one we had earlier where you can just double jump up to get to a new place. I guess I misremembered. That's fine. Where do we go from here? We don't need anything in the crystallized mount. I think we should be done in there. Let's go to the resting grounds in that case. Can we fly through here? No, we can't. It's a shame. Can we maybe do this? Make life easier. We can indeed. Very nice. Oh wait, that was to the right, not down. I'll just shoot him, make life easy. Oh, why'd you give me a bunch of soul? Oh, never mind. I mean, still net positive, even though I just wasted one charge on a spell that I didn't mean to use. Yeah, so down goes to the resting grounds. We kind of want to be there again anyway. We didn't really explore much in there. Whee! I kind of want to have a rest before we start fucking with things. Just in case we accidentally die. Not that high of a chance, but still. Better prepared than not prepared. And also check in with the Essence mate, see if we're doing well enough for him to give us something new. Oh, I was wondering where the Grimchild was, it just hadn't entered the room with us. I forgot what he wanted me to get, I think 800. So we should have that now. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream now. So you already have 700 essence. I wonder what the dreamers are watching. I wonder whether the dreamers are watching as you work, or even that old king. That lock of theirs, desperate but very clever. I wonder how long they thought it could hold. I hold no disdain for them, though. As history goes on, I grow numb to its repetitions. Take your gift and continue collecting essence. Once you have 900, come back to me. Got a vessel fragment. Fair enough. We have 892, so pretty close, but no cigar. Let's check in here then. We didn't do this last time because I wanted to have more exploration tools before we head in here. This is the Spirit's Glade. Bugs within this glade are under my watch. Treat them with respect and you may remain, but raise your nail and you'll contend with me. I assure you, Wanderer, my nail is sharp and I'll not hold back. Bite my cookies, they're ever so tasty. Bite my cookies, once I've sold them all I can go home. Well. Beware your own mind, little one. Twisted minds breed dark deeds, and mine was more twisted than most. I thought it would be my end, but instead I found this glade, and with it, the sword of peace. Do you think dark thoughts, little one? When hidden behind a visage as impassive as your own, I find it hard to tell. Yeah, not very expression heavy, good old Hollow Knight. I used to help others. They were brought to me sick and dying. What difference did it make? Any victory against death will always be temporary. What a gloomy thought, indeed. Don't fear, little creature. Though a violent rage once possessed me, the peaceful air in this place seems to keep it at bay. My appearance should not cause you worry. Here I am truly at peace. Right then. Oh, you're a warrior, little one. A true warrior is one who can stand strong in the midst of a storm. Stand strong, little warrior. I was once obsessed with power, though my time within this glade has shed me of such desire. What folly it was to ever crave such a vicious thing. Seeking power is a hollow goal, best to search for other things. Hollow goal. Anyway, secret path. Yeah. And we find the king's idol, or a king's idol I should say, since it's just a money item. That's it in here. I may have to go back in here to collect dream essence in a bit. Because, spoiler alert, there is a tree in here. So we'll be seeing more of this place for a while. We're always left with reminders of errors we've made. Let your mistakes not burden you, but serve as guideposts on where not to travel. These husks around my neck, they're my precious friends, always there to keep me company and much better for conversation than the rest of the odd lot around here. Yeah, that's a bit weird, sir, but you do you. You like my nails, little wanderer? I carry only 3, far less than legends may suggest. Yeah, the 100-nail warriors. Turns out, legend is wrong. Still, each is sharper than the last, and I'd require only one to cut you down. Wanna have a go at it, mate? Aren't my nails the most wonderful thing? They're gleaming blades so sharp and deadly. Are you admiring my fabulous markings? I'm of a distinguished species, you see, though I've not seen another like me for the longest time. You don't seem to bear the markings of rank, though you bear no markings of a lower form. What are you? Do tell me. Are you a higher being or just another lowly grub? That's actually interesting. I didn't remember that. Are you enjoying your time in our glade? I'd offer advice, though to have made it here you're obviously quite adept at navigating our world and its perils. You're very impressive for such a small thing. I'm something of a warrior myself, though even I'd hesitate to raise my nail against you. Don't fear my rotting form. Though my body shed and changes, my core remains the same. Sheds and changes? Yeah, okay. Not much to say from you. Magnus Strong, what a man. All of life's problems can be solved with crushing force. Such a simple mantra and one I've always lived by. If you weren't so scrawny, I'd suggest you follow my example. Remember, Tiny Bug, crush your fears, crush your problems, crush your foes. Berry Crab, good man. Don't judge me by appearance. Though my stature is small, I bear a dark soul and tendency to go berserk in battle. Dark soul, berserk, has the big old nail like that. Wonder what this could be referencing. You wouldn't have the guts to face me anyway, yep. Just make it more explicit, Mr. Dove. Ark, fellow adventurer, are you heading out into the world? I'd join you, but it's been so long, I'd fear I'd lose my head. I'm envious of you, facing this world without fear. I could stand to learn from your approach. Watch out! I have an acidic touch and I wouldn't want you getting burned. It's a protection system of my kind, though sometimes something of a nuisance when it comes to meeting others. Yeah, that does sound uncomfortable. Don't get too close, I'd not wish to cause you harm. I'll see you soon, she said, though that was long ago. I wonder where she went. Go bother someone else, you're not the one I'm waiting for. These guys aren't particularly helpful. Ah, Wanderer. I've been many places and done a great many things, but I suspect you will outdo me by far. I've long ceased traveling the caverns of Hollowness, and I suspect they're now far more dangerous than in my journeys, so with your capable air I'm sure you'll do fine. Good luck, it's a vast world out there. Tell them. You find it strange to see a moth wielding a weapon? We are a passive species, though I'm not the only one amongst us to take up arms. Another braved the edges of this world, hoping to uncover a truth long forgotten. I wonder what became of him. I came from far away to reach this place, though my shell may seem foreign. Beneath it I am a bug, the same as you. You too are a warrior? I see your nail, but your cell seems underdeveloped. In your current state, to travel a land as dangerous as this seems unwise. I needn't a big shell if have big man dodging capabilities. Also, hello, tree. At least we get to enjoy the music, I guess. There, essence in here. Is there essence? Doesn't seem like it. If there's one piece in there, then I will be shitting later, I guess. But for now, let's assume there is not. Anything all the way back here? No. Okay. So this is one of those instances where I feel like the tree should have been at the start of the area, like, then we can just pick shit up as we explore and talk to all the men, rather than do your exploration first, then be stuck having to do it over, basically. Probably the most egregious example in the game. I just really dislike this mechanic, and I will whinge about it every time. Sacred memories, honored souls. I've always kind of wondered about this place. Some of the things they say are, like, lore relevant in a way. Like, they do make references to things that are story related, but a lot of them also just seem like arbitrary references and silly nonsense, basically. Dreamnail now holds 900 essence within its core. Are you surprised that this old kingdom has so many hidden dreams? Yes, you're starting to see them. The connections between us and the dreams we leave behind, like prints of the dust. The time has come for you to learn how to revisit the places connected to you. Hold the Dreamnail child wielder and imagine a gate opening before you. So now we get something very useful. We learned the Dream Gate, or mastered even the Dream Gate. Hold Y, hold up and down while using the Dreamnail to set a Dream Gate. No, hold down while using the Dreamnail to set a Dream Gate, hold up while using the Dreamnail to travel to the Dream Gate. Basically, we can create a fast travel point that way, so we can just sit here and do this. So there be Dream Gate, and then if we are later in a point where we're like, hey, yeah, you gotta go back there, let's quickly land here, and up and away. Oof we go. At no cost or cooldown, we are just right back here. And as you can imagine for a game like this, that is a pretty useful ability. To be fair, there's enough like shortcuts and stag stations and other travel opportunities that it's not that essential, but it is pretty useful overall, so I think it's easiest to use for, like, when you're exploring and you think, oh, this might be, like, one of those points of no return sort of things, where you... Oh, why am I going right back here? I'm dumb. I want to go elsewhere. I need to go here... Yes, here. Nope, that's also one too early. Yeah, it's pretty good to just, like, sit down, or sat down, place down, whatever, and then check if a room is the progress sort of room, or, like, a jump is a one-and-done sort of jump. Where is the essence thingy? Here? No, that's the bottom. We need more soul energy, and there's a statue here to refill your ass, so... Kinda wanna... Oops. look for that. Here it is. I thought it was on the left side for some reason. So, last time we were here, we didn't break this coffin. Let's check it out this time. Do we actually want to explore this right now? No, or not. So this place is a bit of a dig. Yeah, we do decent damage, so it's not too bad. Off you go, little grub, be free. Money, money, money. Go up here. Let's do that as well. Hey, a bench. So now I can check out the map. You can see the Spirit's Glade up there. Nothing else of value has really changed on the map, has it? So don't mind me quickly setting down this gate. This is an interesting one. Oh, Mehon, this world's cruel, sinful world, why does she wake? Why does she persist? Ah, the mare, you could not know of tragedy as complete as she's, whatever. True lover stripped apart, two worlds that could not meet. And now, my lover, dead so long in time, dead so far away, buried, Moina, I, amongst its hateful kin that did deny our union, that did reject Shay's outsideness. She doesn't suppose, Nalo, couldn't she ask, could she burden? Lemaire, couldst you deliver a gift to her grave? The gift is maybe small, but the trek is long. She rests amongst her kin near our queen's lush refuge. Would such a thing be done? She asks perhaps impossible things, mad things, for Lemaire to take up such a quest would be kindness she has near forgotten, except the gift. So, this is a Grey Mourner, as she says, or well, as the thingy there says. She has a lover. We are to deliver a flower to the grave of our lover, and this flower is fragile, meaning that if we get hit by anything, it dies, and we have to do the trip over again. This is one of the more, I guess, notorious side quests in the game. I will not do this right now. Turn away, should have expected such. This world is not one of favors, only of heartache. Yeah. Let's just down right here. Boop. Oh, we can't do that. We have to do it out here. That makes sense. No sub-areas allowed. But yeah, so we will eventually be doing that, but for now we haven't even explored the area where the grave of her lover sits, so it would be pretty silly of us to say, oh yeah, sure, I'll just take this flower, and then not even go anywhere near where we're supposed to be going with it. So I'll just do that later when we kind of are done with a lot of other things. The route to get there isn't terrible once you know what you're doing. Like, I've fucked around with it a bunch, and I usually do it on every playthrough, so it's not something I'm terribly afraid of. It's just slightly awkward. Like, you kind of need to commit to doing the side quest. You can't really do it on the side, because you will occasionally just get randomly hit by shit. Oh right, this guy's on the wall. Or hidden behind the foreground, I should say. Fuck's sake. Whoopsie. And we get a Soul Eater charm. Wasn't there a game called that? Probably was. A good fairly obvious name. The Wanderer's Journal. Can never even know those, it seems. Anything to say? A dead man? So dark. Yeah, it's Dark Souls. You know. Right, so that's the right side of this area explored. Let's quickly heal before we go kill ourselves. Right, let's head to the left now. Now, they actually do 2 hours of damage. It's pretty rude. Do not appreciate that. I hear bats, so this area above is probably gonna be a pain. alchemist seal, because we're so short on money that is exactly what we want in life. This leads back to the elevator, doesn't it? It does. Alright, cool, so that's that part done. Right, let's not go down to the City of Tears, let's instead explore the rest of this place. Let's quickly head up here and see if I'm missing anything. I don't think so. Oh yeah, right, we had this warrior to talk to that I didn't do before. Alright, Zero. Stop there! Those who try to leave this kingdom are cursed. Better to rest here until time itself sleeps. Open freedom, I thought that strength alone could grant me these things. In my dreams I would cut the plague with my nails, and then I turned my weapons upon the king. When I awoke in this sacred place, I began to understand. Those who hope are already doomed. Do you still hope, Wanderer? Will you flee, or will you raise your weapon and doom us both? I will doom us both, don't worry about it. Ow. Actually, do need to dash to catch up to him. Ow. Oh, that was pretty dumb of me. Oh, he did the left one again. I thought he was going to use the right one. So I thought that was going to give us enough time. Oh, he missed completely. Good man. And now more nails. Ow. Oops. Yeah, this one's a bit weird. I didn't really play around his attacks very well, but I still just kind of defeated him by attacking a lot. I can see now, those who turn against the king are doomed as soon as they raise a weapon. Do not call me a traitor, simply call me a fool. I know you will not flee wherever you go, I will be watching. Oh no. Well, I mean, I guess you can follow on Twitch if you want. Cursed are those who turn against the king. Alright, so let us go back down now. Oh, so there's a place we haven't seen yet. Or, well, not really explored yet at least. Over here. So this is the Blue Lake. As you can see by the map, if we open this, it is actually directly above the City of Tears, at least part of the City of Tears. And actually that doesn't quite line up as well as I'd hoped. But this is probably the place where all the water is dripping from, like Quirrell was wondering about when we were here first. We can fly across this. Sounds and looks great. Very big lake. We can go to the left to return to the Crossroads, or we can fly over here to do a little bit of exploring. Of course, a rancid egg to be gained, so this is very important on a personal level. I think that's it, right? Yeah, that seems to be it. And heading back left, we reach this little area, right above Salubra's little shop, which is perfect because we're gonna be spending some money here if we can. We can buy the last charm notch from her, which is good because more notches mean more stuff, and then we can buy her blessing if we have 40 charms, which is, I think, basically all of them. And once we do, we have her blessing, which is, you know, a thing. Dear, dear, I really must hold it together. It must appear calm, but this creature is just divine. Okay, let's leave before this gets too awkward. Anyway, so that little extra charm notch, we can now put a 2-slot charm on here, which is usually much better. Also, we have the Soul Eater charm, which is new. Forgotten Shaman artifact used to draw soul from still living creatures, greatly increases the amount of soul gained when striking an enemy with an L. This stacks with the Soul Catcher, which also increases the exact same thing. So if you combine both of those, you get massive amounts of soul every time you strike someone. It's kind of hard to spend that much, really, but alas, if you want it, it's right there. What should we equip? Go to the Dash Master one again. Best dash more often. Fine thing to do. Shape of Un is a fun little charm. Kinda want the long nail, to be honest, because the since we're kinda hunting the flames, those are sort of awkward to get to if we like without extra range, so let's go and sort that instead. And also do another thing actually. Since we're right here. Oops. And then to jump up there. Fuck's sake me. Oh my god. Clumsiest man in the game. We wanna go one further left and then up if we can. That path might be blocked, but we'll find out. Ow. How dare you. I should have known that these guys are here. This is where the big part of the route that I usually take to deliver the flower to the grave, where you can't get hit. Slap those. Some more soul. And this is blocked. I'm a dumbass. I guess we go around the right side. Whee. We've never actually been in this train station, have we? Or inside of the train, at least. Let's open this up as well. I don't think there's anything inside of any of them, but may as well. I will check. Guess a bench is fine. Right, I think we're gonna go in... No, not here. Actually, what was in that room? Was there anything fancy? I don't think so. Oh yeah, there's another thing we can get in the Crossroads now. We couldn't before. Bit of a trope, but we'll get there eventually. Oop. So this leads to where the boss used to be, like the very first boss. Well, technically the Bruise Mother or whatever was first, but this guy covered in bullshit. Probably about to be reanimated as some sort of enemy. Over here is this little hallway that we couldn't go through for obvious reasons. Now we can though. And if we do, we come to this little place. Hero Rancid Egg, oh boy, my great reward is about to occur. That's what I live for. First an arena though, gotta earn that shit. Fuck. Ow, I didn't see those because I'm blind. Just face tank everything, it's fine. Yep, just face tank everything, it is, we're fine. There you go. Open up, bitch. We get the glowing womb, exactly what we always wanted in life. is there actually a Rancid Egg in here? There might not be, maybe it's just the pulsating bullshit in the background. Sounds like one right around here though. Oh. Not terribly important. Rancid eggs are entirely optional. Even as far as optional content goes. Alright, let's, we don't have to do that complicated thing, we can just do the easy thing on this side. Yeah, let's explode ourselves, NP, I'm about that life. Alright, so here's the False Knight. If we go up here to the right, we can now explore an upstairs area. There's some mates that look a lot like the False Knight also looked. And my Weaverlings just fucking annihilated them. Oh well. Here's a dream fight that we can do. A refight against the False Knight in proper form, basically. I remember that one being kinda not super fucking easy, or maybe I'm just bad at it, so I guess we'll find out in a second, because I'm gonna just go in there after I search the place for a bit. And then we'll see how many attempts this one will take. At least this time we have more movement options. Oh fuck, I wanna be up there I think. Oops. Right, so step one is usually, let's figure out the fastest way to get to the boss, like an easy, sort of, always reliable way. Let's see where this leads us. This looks like the right place. Yep, okay, cool, so we just do that. Failed champion. Wow, this goes high. Okay, so I probably need to double jump across. Oh, he is fast as fuck, boy. Oh wow, that's also very fast. Yep, he is not taking his sweet time this time. Ow, I died. Okay, that is a lot harder than I remembered. Guess we'll actually have to learn the fight then. Neat. Let's see. So a wise man would probably unequip the fucking Grimchild because it does literally nothing, and maybe even the Weaverling since they're not exactly great either. Oh right, he swings when doing that. Oh fuck, I thought he was going into his tantrum thing. Ow. Oh, I need to not get myself cornered like that. I got very lucky that I didn't die there, and that I died anyway. Okay, that's not terribly hard though if I just stay calm and mostly ignore the rubble. Just keep my distance, take the fight slowly. One of the things that's kind of hard about this fight is the fact that if you hit him, you do not get any soul, so you can't just cheese him with magic and stuff, because his armor doesn't give you soul, you only get soul when you strike his weak point, when it's exposed. It also means you can't just... oh, right. That was a swing. That's also a swing. I would have gotten hit by that if I wasn't invulnerable from the previous one. It's kind of hard to see what's going on between the screen shake. Oops, I should have gone under him. Oh, I thought I died. Yeah, this is me just being over-aggressive and trying to go in after every opportunity. Which turns out to not be opportunities at all if they're risky like that. Okay, so mentally learn to ignore screen shake and just keep your time. Or take your time, keep your distance. Don't get greedy, it's not worth. Yeah, so jumping over these is not an attack opportunity. Oh wow. I really need to learn to deal with that better. That attack is fucking me pretty hard. Oops, I jumped into the rock. Ow. And then I followed the attack and died. Yeah, I need to go under him if he jumps forward like that. I'd probably have to do that on a reaction. Would be easier if we had the final upgrade that we're missing. I mean, that makes everything a lot easier. I again press the menu button, thinking it will mute my microphone so I can cough in peace. Turns out, nope. I still remember it though, so you guys didn't have to hear me die. Oh wow. That was pretty nasty with the rock being in the way as well. Ow. That just goes so far. I'm not sure how to react to that reliably. Like, if he chooses to jump attack me from that far away, then that's pretty difficult to react to. I'm not sure I can do that reliably. Maybe we will come back later once I have the final upgrade. We're not far from getting it. Could probably go there and get it right now. Yeah, I couldn't even get enough distance there despite me dashing. Oops. For fuck's sake. God damn. Oops. Yeah, maybe we come back for this one instead. It seems a bit unreasonable. Right, anything else we can do while we're right here? We did that. Oh yeah, there's a thing over there that we can do. Let's go check that out. Oh right, this is blocked. Fuck's sake, infestation. Why are you getting in the way? These fucking weaverlings are not always the best thing to have equipped, goddamn. As much as I like them as just little buggers crawling around having fun, they are probably not as helpful as they'd like to be. Oh hey there. Yeah, pale thing. Use these old lines. Pathetic. A real warrior carries himself to combat. He has no need for such convenience. Shut the fuck up. Leave me be. It's the arena I seek. I've already wasted far too long on these crossroads. Yeah, how have you not found it yet? Those old stags could have been ferocious fighters if only they weren't so servile. You're among, mate. Oh, fuck. I'm sort of... Like, it feels weird, like, it's not really like a cough, just sort of a, I need to... Well, something in my throat sort of reacting weirdly. Anyway, stop rambling about that, let's go and do... this, I think. Let's just place the gate down here. Seems like the most convenient place. Because it's red and dirt. Oh, red sub area, can't do that. Let's go into dirt myth proper then, and just place it down there. Boop. Then we get to spend some money since we have so much of it. Not the boss, Geo. Ooh, we can buy more. Oops. Didn't mean to say no. Hey, there we go. Another vessel. More capacity. Okay. I want to save this much so I can store it in the bank. And speaking of that, since I've been mentioning it so much, we should probably just go and do that. It's by Queen Station, so it's not very difficult to get to at all. Alright, so since we have a bunch of money on us, let's go and fill in our bank account completely. Hello, dearie. Keen to do some banking? Yes, definitely. We shall deposit. And I want to deposit all of it. We can only have 4,500 in there, but well, that's better than nothing in case we die and lose our stuff. Goodbye then, stay safe. Okay. Thought you might have something to say. When next return to that delightful spa, the water so eased the tension in my shell. I think I know which place she's talking about. We don't really know much about this place because we don't have the map for it. So let's instead go elsewhere. I kind of want to finish off these flames actually. So we want to go to City Storeroom, and that is by Green Path. Slightly awkward to get to, but not too bad. So, let's just work through those. Alright, you. Anything new on your end? Anything to say? This little creature looks tasty. I wonder, should I eat it? The others around here are awfully bland. Here's your little mushroom place, huh? Find a hollow nest seal. Delicious. Yep, you look like you're having a fun time. I shall leave you to it then. Don't eat me though. Alright, we wanted to go to City Storeroom to do flame bullshit. Hello. Oops. So this part of the Grim Troop DLC feels a little bit fetch questy because it basically asks you to go to 3 areas that you very likely already visited and just do a little fight like that. They're not far off the stack stations normally, so like it's not terrible, but it is kind of fetch questy, so I get why people don't love it very much. There is a bit of a purpose to it. The attacks that these guys are using will become relevant later, so we kind of learn a little bit about the fight before or about the upcoming fight I should say, before the fight actually occurs. So it is important-ish to pay attention to how we deal with some of these things, but it's not terribly important, so kind of still feels like it's stretching things out a little bit more, mostly. Fuck's sake. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, right, we can get this thing now. I think it's just a hole in us too. Yep, there it is. Oops, didn't mean to wall jump. Speaking of wall jump, I've been feeling like playing Celeste again lately. Maybe I'll replay that at some point. Very fun game. Oops. Thought the second one might still hit. Never mind. Good. So that's 3 out of 3. Now I can go back to Grim and progress the quest line, basically. Anything else we want to do right here? I mean, there's 2 options to continue. One right below us and one to the left of us. Guess we'll quickly head over to the left and see what's what. No. This is what is not where I want to be. Fantastic. Thank you, Spikes. Love spikes. Can't stop jumping in them. Alright, so we couldn't really progress here back when we were here the first time because we didn't have the crystal heart yet, so we couldn't charge across this chasm. Now we can though, so here we go. I was greedy, I should have wall jumped. Damn it. Oops. Clumsy foot. So there's 2 approaches to these rooms. Either you cling to the wall and then crystal heart through, or you do what I just did, which is just jump over and pogo on the enemies, try to make it through the maze that way. This is probably where you're meant to just do this. And here we have options again. I wonder if these are just kind of decorative there, because if we just did the crystal heart thing completely, we would have just gone through. Oh well. Let's see what's up here. I think there's something to pick up on the way. I wonder why they added that little stop thingy there. Since there's nothing right here. Like, why make the character break here instead of later on? Who knows, maybe we're thinking it. Oh. Anyway, we're through, so have an explore. Oh, right, this room. Fuck yeah, I'll live for these things. Give them to me. Aha, here's the nail master that the other nail master was talking about. Let's get nailed again. Never mind, you're a painter, not a nail master. Sorry, I must have mistaken you for someone else. A visitor? Why have you crept in here, little grub? Perhaps, like me, you have a taste for discovering new things. I am Shio, and in a previous life I was a nail master. Yes, the only thing that drove me was becoming stronger and honing my skills with a nail. I imagined it was my one calling in life, but that feeling faded over time. Now I seek a new calling, something that speaks to my soul and compels me forward. That's why I spend my time here, secluded, trying to master the art of creation. Painting, sculpting, these things bring a different kind of pleasure. You don't seem very moved by what I said. Was it Shio, the nail master, you were looking for? Did you come to learn nail art? I'll teach you if you insist. Fuck yeah, teach me, matey. I think that's kind of a neat one. You mastered the Great Slash. Hold X to concentrate energy in the nail. Release the button without holding up or down to perform the Great Slash. So, my work, does it move you? The wielding of a nail, the wielding of a brush, these things are not so different. We cut into the world so that we can peer deeper inside. For now, though, I have nothing more to teach you. Your path forwards, only you can see it. Good luck. That nail art you've learned, the Cyclone Slash, that was always Mato's favorite. Must have made him ecstatic to have a pupil like you. He always wanted to pass down what he'd learned to a new generation. He was not the most skilled pupil himself, but his enthusiasm and his kindness set him apart. I'm glad he achieved what he desired for so long, to be a teacher. Oh. A brother, Oro, what drove you to hide away deep down at the very edge of that ash-swept grave? Was it pride or fear or shame? Perhaps you should lay down your nail if it haunts you so, and find a new calling that eases your soul. Another hint as to why we found the last mate of the trio. Edge of the world, ash, grave. I'm sure we'll get there someday. Right, so that's that bit done. Let's check out the bit below as well. Or do we actually? Oh, we actually were in there briefly. Never mind. I remember that was just locked to us because it had the those dark connection thingies that we couldn't go through. So I think we're just kind of done here, which means we go back to Dartmouth. Up, and away. So the reason I was saying up, and away whenever I use that is to remind myself that the teleport is up and the place gate is down. It's a bit silly, but I tend to forget sometimes. It's like when you have quick save and quick load buttons next to each other and you're like, wait, which one is quick save again? Which one is quick load? You don't want to accidentally place down a new gate instead of teleporting to your old one, so by like, mentally connecting it with up, and away, I kind of teach myself to not press the wrong button and accidentally fuck up my teleporter. Very good, the child burns with flame, master is waiting for you. Alright then, mate. Really, by himself again. Feel it, the warmth of the flame you've gathered together. Masterful opening up, the air hums with excitement. Dear child, you've done so well, let your fire burn even brighter. Schnapp. Beautiful, yes, the child has grown, from idle youth to deadly companion. About these dangerous lands, its aid will no doubt be welcome. Just don't neglect our dance, for it too continues. Keep hunting that scattered scarlet essence. When the child is filled with flame once more, return to the stage and the performance will begin. Let's open it. Oh. Flame, seek it out for master, for Kin. For Arcane, rather. Why not for my Kin? There's nobody care about me. I'm important. So, let's look at the map again. We have a flame in King's Pass. One over here in the place, resting grounds, there we go, didn't remember the name. And one in here, which we haven't been to yet. That's pretty good, because that lines up with when we want to explore more later, so that's not too bad. Let's quickly start by going for the King's Pass then. So you might be wondering, how do you get up there so quickly? Well, we will go up there with our newfound elevator. This may not lead up to the King's Pass itself, but if we use the Crystal Dash here, or the Crystal Heart here, we can just go wee across the entire town. And it leads us right back to King's Passage. Or King's Pass. Whatever game. Right, we want to go up here. This is where the fun begins. Actually, let's quickly, while we have some lifeblood here, let's partake, why don't we? Can't hurt to have more health. Isn't it this room? No, it's this room. Oh, block on the ground. Oops, I am bad. Oh right, we didn't need to heal yet. Just keep shooting you. There we go. That's the first one consumed. Off we go. But yeah, so our Grimchild is now actually useful. It starts attacking people if they're close enough. It shoots little projectiles. They're not particularly strong just yet, but he's trying, and that's all that matters. Ah, stupid throat. Damn it. Oops. Haven't been here in a while. Right, so... by all the graves. Wasn't he over here? Oh, he's below. Never mind. I'm dead. Oh yeah, this one. Right. It's kind of an awkward position for this fight. Sounds like he's gonna vomit there. Oops, that is not something I can easily dash through. That is by far the easiest attack he has. For the volley of projectiles, you can have to wait so you can dash through the middle, otherwise that happens. And then the dive is the dive. It's not really gonna be very punishable, but the circular flames are super easy to deal with. Since we're kinda close, we may as well just take the elevator, huh? And just go down to where we wanna be. I mean, the stack station is still faster. Yeah, let's just take the stack station, fuck it. King Station. Sever us, so that once we die, we respawn here. Not that I'm planning on dying, but you never know. So, I don't think we've ever gone to the right here yet, so let's have an explore. So we find a broken bench and a broken stack station. The real stack station, or the functional one, the replacement, is right above. We've used it just now, but we can actually swim through here. And find a little connection place like this. Go, little grub, be happy. Then up here we have a room that we can briefly have a look in, but we can't do anything yet. Looks a bit ominous, in a kind of weird, creepy way. I'm surprised we survived that, or we didn't take damage from that. I think it's because of the extra range from the nail upgrade thingy, like the long nail that we were using. This is the Kingdom's Edge. If we look at the world map, you can see that it's quite far down to the bottom right. So the name isn't entirely wrong, and you can also see that we're pretty close to the flame. We have a very big vertical shaft here. Start by exploring the wall. Usually a good thing to do. Wanderer's Journal. Anything else here? Right, so we can go up or down. Let's start by going to the... Nah, not to the right. Let's go down first. I think Cornifer is somewhere around here as well. Not too far away. Oh yeah, here he is. Isn't this a cozy hole? I've been venturing about the wilderness beside here and thought a moment's break was well called for. The landscape's all rather serene on this side of the city, though the inhabitants are as ferocious as ever. I buy map good. Judging by this wall, the city's folk seemed hesitant to build further into these caverns. I wonder what kept them at bay. Still the same. Alright, so, wait, can we see the Colosseum of Fools already? That's weird. Yeah, big vertical shaft like I was talking about. We used the lower of the two City of Tears entrances to come here. The upper one we didn't do just yet. These guys are a pretty good source of souls and, or soul and money as well to a certain extent. Very easy to deal with. Also, we're not afraid of acid, so that makes this place a lot more lovely than it would otherwise be. Oh, we can't go through this way. You actually need to come from the other side, that's interesting, I don't remember that. Oh. Okay, let's take out the flame in this room first. kind of struggling with what I want to do and which order I want to do things in, rather. So fighting him in this room is pretty awkward because you kind of can't really melee attack him very well. Oops, I didn't jump high enough. That is fantastic. Should probably have gotten more there if I tried a bit harder. Nope, that had the potential to fuck me. Down he goes. And that makes 3. So we can go back to Grim and proceed with the next step. But before we do that, let's head to the bottom right. So here we have these flea type enemies, and they are very obnoxious. These are the small ones, there's a big version, and the big version is pretty nasty. You can make it look very easy. If I do things correctly, you will think like, what the fuck, this doesn't look nasty at all, it's super easy. But I promise they are very awkward to deal with in certain circumstances, as we shall see once we encounter one. I also like falling from the ceiling, like the little ones are doing right there. Oops. Kind of ambushy, cheeky, hidey mates. I'll try not to be dashing so much. There's a few hidden things in the ground here, if I remember correctly. In some places, anyway. So these are upgraded versions of the spitty flies we had before, since they shoot like a triple shot rather than just a single one, making it a bit harder to dodge, especially if you're overeager with jumping about it. Let's not go up yet, we want to head to the far right first, I reckon. So here we have our first big one, and as I said, if we just do this, it's gonna look like a very simple and easy enemy, but they can be very awkward and obnoxious to deal with, and we shall see at least one example of that in a bit. Did I get that or that differently? I'm trying to pay attention to the footstep sounds because I'm looking for breakable floors, and they make a distinct sound if you walk above them, or walk on them rather, so... Ow. I'll just spam you to death then. God damn it. They're surprisingly difficult to deal with sometimes for enemies that just jump at you in a very predictable pattern. Like, it's not the pattern itself that's complicated or the issue per se, it's more that sometimes life is just awkward and they hit you for no reason. So before we go in there, let's have a look at this. So you can see that my mate's already attacking. I don't know quite what that's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be like a training dummy sort of thing, because we can just hit this. And if we do this a while, we get rewarded. Not sure if we have to do anything fancy here. There we go. Our reward is death. I don't think there's anything up here per se. Right, so there's a breakable floor bit over here. We should remember that because we'll be back here in a bit. I want to talk to the Nail Master first now. I might not even go in there just yet. No, fuck it, let's explore it anyway. Hello, sir. You look a bit more solemn than your two mates. Right, Oro. How did you find me down here where the world ends? Yes, I know why you're here. You came to learn the nail art from the legendary Nail Master Oro. It is the law of the great nail sage that I must pass down my teachings to those who are worthy, but no law forbids me from exacting a payment for my time. If you truly wish to train under me, prove it with Geo. Learn the Nail Master's Art for 800 bucks, which is a hell of a lot of money, but we have enough, so why not? He gets very excited by money. You've learned the dash slash. To concentrate energy into the nail, release the button while dashing to perform the dash slash. I must say, you are an excellent pupil. Your skill with the nail and your thirst to become stronger, you remind me of my brothers. I have taught you all I can. Go back into the world, traveler, and leave me to my solitude. He bows. So do I. What are you thinking of? Brother Meitu, in your lowly home at the top of the world, do you still think of me as an enemy? In the future, if you will listen, I will tell you why I chose to tread this path. That's kind of interesting. They all point at each other if you inspect their thoughts, which is kind of a nice little, like, breadcrumby way of putting the player in the right direction, on the right track for finding the secret stuff. I thought it worked like this, that if you use the various nail arts, you get various things, or like various enemies drop. I think there's one where like 3 of the small ones drop, but I guess I'm wrong. Well, down we go. So this place is pretty awkward to explore. We have a like breakable floor maze of sorts. There's one room in here which notoriously likes to kill me, but we'll see it when we get there. Oh, I missed the guy from the right spawning. Just die. Let me heal. Oops. Yeah, so the nail arts aren't exactly great in my opinion. I hardly ever use them myself. First of all, I generally dislike charge attacks, like where I have to hold down a button and then do other things at the same time. It always is kind of awkward. But also, like, it feels like it's not worth the effort. Like, the amount of extra damage you get from doing the fancy pants moves doesn't really feel, like, appropriate for the extra effort in having to execute it. Wow, that was a good jump there, Mr. Flea. Also, the observant may have noticed that there's a hole on the left, so we have to backtrack to get that, since we couldn't do it before, since we were locked into the dive. Oops. Fuck me, I'm dead. There we go. And here we can go ever deeper, but first let's backtrack up here. I don't remember where exactly this leads or which order we want to do this in exactly, but one thing at a time is usually the way to go. Yeah, let's do this now. Why not? If we can. Might turn out that we can't. Need more soul. See if the enemies outside respawn so we can get more. We can. So this place is kind of the mother Lode, the source of all geo, it feels like. Let's quickly hop back up because there's a few thingies here and there. Let's see if there's any secrets around. Nothing here, at least not so far. There's some yellow, spory, purple shit, but I think it's gonna come up later. Oh, never mind, here it is. Yeah, that's still for later though, so I know what this is for. It's for a very weird secret much later in the game, or that we will do much later in the game. Oh right, I don't have enough soul to fuck around, fuck's sake. No souls to cube. gonna head back out and immediately kill him again, just to have a little bit more wiggle room with my abilities. Since it seems like we're gonna be needing as much soul as we can. Yeah, now we have 4 spell usages, that should be good enough. So I accidentally waste them. Fuck's sake. Must resist urge to heal, since we need soul for bullshit. Soul for bullshit seems like a pretty good trade to me. Even lower down we go, into a different kind of biome. Hey, we got some soul back, nice. May as well heal them. Here's basically the mother Lode. This is where all the geo is, and we shall take as much of it as we can. And I think that's it. I think finding that is 1% completion. I'm not entirely sure if I'm correct about that, but it is a thing to explore, and so explore as we shall. Not massively worth, but alas. Maybe there's more to this and I'm just misremembering, but we'll be back here at some point anyway, so maybe I'll have figured it out by then, or maybe just, this is all there is. Climbing back out is surprisingly fast, like the wall jump is so quick to use in this game, it's very fun. Right, so speaking of soul, we'll probably be using more to kill this guy again. Oh, he didn't respawn, never mind. Fuck you then, this guy. Thank you, Spike, Pit of Doom. I guess it's kind of the opposite of a pit, isn't it? Bunch of buzzing coming from the left. I wonder what that's about. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Fuck's sake. Not even when I'm trying to attack them, it's just that they happen to be in my way in that regard. Like I perfectly move into the projectiles by the power of sheer coincidence. And we have the Quick Slash charm. This is a very powerful charm, I think. At least if I remember correctly, which simply increases your attack speed. It's pretty good. There are some situations where you want to be just doing as much DPS as possible, and an enemy that isn't really like able to fight back or move around much, and attack speed can be very potent in that circumstance. You already can amass a lot of attack damage if you stack damage charms and shit, so combining that with attack speed makes it kind of over the top. Right, so that's that done. Let's go upstairs then, I say. Actually, I may have to backtrack there to get the Rancid Egg, but if we have to backtrack at some point anyway, then we might as well do it when it's time. One of those black wall thingies that we can't go through yet. If I remember correctly, that's kind of a weird one. There's not much of a reason for it to be locked away, in my understanding, but maybe I'm also misremembering or just completely wrong. Both of those things are known to occur every now and then. Let's use one of these fancy arts. There you go, sorted. Little sneaky secret. Some more money. Here, grub. Why am I healing? I'm full HP. Oh well. I felt like I got hit. Maybe I took emotional damage. Let's see, is it behind here? Sounds like it's to the red. So it's probably just coming back around here, then up, and then down or something. Probably just a breakable bit of floor right there or something. No. Maybe we access it from the right. There was an option to go right earlier, wasn't there? Yeah, this lack of map is not helping. Oops. We'll figure it out. Let's just stick with the top right direction we've been heading. Why jumping hard? We have a bench. Up. And up we shall go. Another Wanderer's Journal. Have a little tent here at what feels like the other edge of the map. And if you look at the map itself, Kingdom's Edge, very fitting name. Looks like this might be the end on this side. And we also can't leave this room, so it's not like you can explore the edge of the world. Although it might feel that way. Very enticing to just keep exploring. See all the things that can't be seen. Oh, is this the room that I think it is? It is. Oops. Fuck it. Guess we'll do this now. This looks like an arena. So you'd pursue the deeper truth. It isn't one the weak could bear. Alright, sudden win. Prove yourself ready to face it. I'll not hold back. My needle is lethal and I'd feel no sadness in a weakling's demise. Show me you can accept this kingdom's past and claim responsibility for its future. Fuck yeah, that's me. Mr. Responsibility right here. Oh fuck. That was a deep dive pig. I was not ready. Oops. So she has a few new tricks up her sleeve. Not many though. She's mostly the same fight. This stuff's new. These spikes are in the way. If you hit them, they fly off or they bounce you off or something. I don't quite remember how it works. Let's not accidentally die. Yeah, you can shoot them off, basically. Oh fuck, I was right there where that spawned. She does make it pretty hard to heal, so I feel like generally the best way of fighting her is to just not heal and instead use magic. Does a lot of damage to her, proceeds to fight more quickly. Oh, I should have dream nailed. Fuck, she's gonna fuck off now. So strong, you could do it if you had the will, but would you raise your nail once knowing its tragic construction? And knowing yourself? Then do it, Ghost of Hallownest, head onward, burn that mark upon your shell and claim yourself as king. Fuck's sake, I'm a moron, I should've dream nailed her. I've never done that. Curious what it would say. Notice the spiky bits here in front of this big old worm corpse, possibly resembling the king's symbol thingy. King's crest or whatever. This is the cast-off shell. We're now marked by the king's brand. Hallownest shall recognize a new ruler. Recognize a new ruler. The kingdom's gates will open. That doesn't sound good. Time to leave. Nope, never mind. Too slow. Oh, thanks, Orna. Off you go. Alrighty then. Let's have a rest. Right, so we have some stuff. No new charms though. Oh yeah, never mind, we haven't checked out this one yet. Glowing Womb drains the soul of its bearer and uses it to birth hatchlings. The hatchlings have no desire to eat or live and will sacrifice themselves to protect their parent. This is a bit of a silly charm, but it's pretty cool as well. It drains our soul, as it says. So very slowly will reduce the amount of soul we have. Bloop, there it goes. And spawns these little hatchlings, like we have one right above us right now. Now we have two. They will just fucking dive bomb enemies and do damage to them. It's fantastic. Another glorious little charms that spawns little ads for us. I'm not gonna be using it right now. The cost in like soul is actually kind of inconvenient. You do really want your soul to use spells and to heal yourself, but it is a pretty fun one if you're in a position to just ignore souls and just be able to continue fighting without having to heal and stuff. It's a nice little bit of extra damage coming out. It's also pretty good at sniping small enemies and ads that come after you. Right, here's the Quick Slash, born from imperfect, discarded nails that have been fused together. It does look kind of like a Game of Thrones sort of thing, doesn't it? Like the throne itself. The nails still long to be wielded, allows the bearer to slash much more rapidly with their nail. They're not entirely wrong, like the attack speed basic is like this. And if we equip the charm... Excuse me, Grimchild, just for a sec. You may have to fuck off. So that is pretty significantly faster, and your damage, especially once your nail is fully upgraded, is, like I keep saying, comparatively pretty high, so attack speed is very powerful. What do we do with 2 more slots? Not sure we want the long nail necessarily. Okay, so we're about to do that, I think. What do I want for that fight? No, actually, for a change, contemplating what I'm doing. Let's maybe just do Soul Catcher. A bit more soul, a bit more nukes. Why not? So this is the map as far as we've explored it. That little path to the right below us couldn't be explored yet because it had that black barrier thing in the way, so we couldn't fuck around with that sadly. And... we may just fuck off. Hey, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Geo, that's fantastic. What a beautiful number. Anyway, I'll take this opportunity to quickly go take a pee. BRB. Enjoy the music and the fun visual of us just resting on the bench. With the... what's her name? Being very excited. We appear to have phase spiders resting beside us, goddamn. Flickering into and out of existence. Alright, so we have done the next stage of the Grimtrap quest, so let's go and turn that in. I'm sure nothing bad will ever happen to us as a result. They seem like lovely people.
Baba Gondala.
Very good, the child burns with flame, master is waiting for you. Alright, in we go. Wonderful, wonderful, my kin arrive and the time has come. Searing fire carries well the ritual's promise. Time to dance. Dance with me, my friend. The crowd awaits. Show them you're worthy of a starring role. Hello, Troop Master Grim. Alright, that is right. Oops, I'm so bad. Fuck me. Oh fuck, I didn't even recognize that. Oh, I'm bad. I should have dashed. Oh! I almost got hit there. That's surprising. I need to just dash away from him. Like the applause in the background. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I jumped too low. What the fuck did I do there? That's pretty silly. Well, given that I didn't remember much of the actual moves and how to dodge them, it's not too bad. Oh right, you hang out right here, thank you. Body mine with my 1, 2, 3, 4 money. Let's go it again. So a fun fact about that, if you, if he's doing that, where he, if he's doing the bow, if you also just stand there and let him bow, he just continues the fight as normal. If you attack him during the bow, he takes offense and immediately goes into that attack and is very angry, hence why he was hissing like that. Funnily enough, that wasn't actually me, that was my Weaverlings attacking. I have no control over that. I myself was holding down to also bow as the fight starts. So my Weaverlings hitting him may have upset him a bit, which is understandable. Oops, I'm dead. Gotta get away with it here. Oh, I couldn't jump in time because I'm dead. Oh, oops, I didn't think that was in range. Aw, for fuck's sake. Close call, mate. I am barely slow right now, like I'm just barely making it in time to avoid those attacks. I got a bit more daring. I would dash in closer in those spikes and just hit him a bunch. Because kind of like how he stands there and casts the bats, you do have a bunch of time to hit him. Don't immediately fuck off. That's actually a good damage opportunity. Yeah. If you hit the spikes though, you kind of get knocked back briefly, which puts you right back into them. Does that hurt you, I wonder? I think it does. Neat. May have fucked it up. I almost fucked that up. I did fuck that up. Nice. Learning new things, which is how to fuck up every move in the game. Oh, there you go. Oof. Bravo, my friend. Hear how the crowd adores you. They have not seen such a show in a long time. Oof. Look here, how our child has grown, nourished and strengthened by the heat of our passionate dance. The two of you will feature many tragedies and triumphs together, I'm sure. And so our great ritual nears its end. Will you continue to harvest the flame, even though now you surely see the path it illuminates for us? Our scarlet eyes will watch you keenly, friend. Oof. Go out into the darkness, harvest the last lingering embers of this kingdom, then return to me and we will complete our dance. Hey, money. No, never mind. What's this? Forgot. A charm notch, nice. I didn't remember those being a thing. Did you get? Lovely though. Bonk. Mate's no longer standing there. Alright, so once again we have upgraded the Grimchild. It is now a little bit stronger than it was, and we have 3 more flames together. One is here, a place we haven't been to yet. One is here, in a room we haven't been in yet, and one is over here in an area we haven't even been in. So this is kind of like a more, I wouldn't say long-term necessarily thing, but a not right now sort of thing. I do want to take the path that leads over here to this flame. Flame, dear flame. We have another option as well. Maybe I should do that first, actually. Let's go to the palace grounds. There was a door here that wouldn't open. It had the symbol of the king, though, on it, and we now bear the mark of the king, so let's go have an oogle right there. We'll probably learn some lore and shit. So that was Hidden Station. Not much left of the palace. Still fun to fly by. Right, so here we have a door, which now opens. Looks like it may have been sealed for a while. In we go. Into this place. And this certainly is a place. Fabled place of legends. We have a gate here. A deep blue stone atop a dais. Dais, or whatever the fuck that's called. We don't know how to interact with that yet, or at least, well, I know how to interact with that, but we don't have the prerequisites. One thing that's interesting, you can kind of see that sometimes how like, before I hit the ground, I get the wings as though I'm gonna double jump, but then it doesn't happen anyway. Which is because the double jump actually still has, or like you go down a little bit before you go up on the double jump, which sometimes means that you fall towards spikes and you're like, oh fuck, let me save myself, but then you get hit anyway because the tiny bit of extra downward thingy that you have will push you into whatever obstacle you're trying to avoid. It happened like twice in a row there. Not with spikes, but just with the platform that I was trying to jump off of. That one I just missed. We've reached rock bottom. The abyss. There's two things to do here. One is on the left and one's on the right. I don't think we can do the thing on the left yet, so let's check that out first. Hello there, shadow thingy. Goodbye, shadow thingy. Another dark place where the lantern is helping out greatly. You can always tell by Hollow Knight actually pulling out his little lantern, holding it in his hands, carrying it in front of him. Yeah, so this room we need something that we can't do yet, so that's for later. I just wanted to double check, make sure that I remember correctly, and did it. So back out we go. Off to the right side this time. So here's another contextualized spike pit. Look at this shit. Goddamn. Fucking darkness itself be like, nah, don't jump in here. Those things look a lot like what we look like after we die. So here we have a very big old spike pit. There's no making it across here. They actually reach far enough to interrupt us when we do the crystal dash thing. So yeah, no getting in there. Instead we should go up here. Maybe we can find a solution to that problem. Oop. Oops. Wow, they do 2 hearts of damage. I did not remember that. Pretty mean. I think we're also not getting soul when hitting them actually, yeah. That's a neat little detail. So in here, we have some of these containers of soul energy that we saw before in the Soul Sanctum. You see these dead white bugs, which look like the researchers we saw in the Soul Sanctum, and if we hit this, we release a bunch of Lumaflies into this old light, and we have a light tower. Lighthouse. And the lighthouse does what lighthouses do, it gives off light. Oops, I still shouldn't. Actually, never mind, you can even swim in those. So, light trumps shadow, so we go through here. And here we can't pass by, even though there's an item. Like we can't go through here even if we try to jump a dash, it's not enough. Contextual spikes to go too high. path up here. A bit of a secret. Nothing of terribly great value. Oh, especially since we can't go through there. Whoops, never mind. This looks lovely. Oh, poof. And now we've absorbed the Shade Cloak. Press RT to dash forward, cloaked in shadow. Use the cloak to dash through enemies and their attacks without taking damage. Which looks like this. Ta-da! And then we get a little black animation when it is ready again. Basically, it gives our dash iframes. Like this dark cloak thingy actually is invincible to damage, so we have some of the good old iframes, and now we can dodge things much more easily. It does have this cooldown. Oops, I should have not done that. Wait. Oof. So yeah, we can dash through those spikes, no problem. We find an Arcane Egg, or the first one that we found. It has a cooldown, so you can't just keep spamming dash and getting invincibility every time, but like every now and then you'll have an invincible one. Very useful. And with the Shade Cloak, we can go through these. Aha! I think that's the last bit of exploration puzzle stuff that we haven't found, or that we didn't have yet. This is an Empress of Abyss given form. This is a journal entry for the Abyss itself. Here we have some sort of Overwatch overview sort of place. More of these fucking king symbol looking spikes on top of it. And I think that's all we can do in here for now. Isn't bad, all things considered. Alright, now to climb all the way out of here again. I don't wanna... Oh, they don't climb all the way up. Of course they don't. Why would they? Wanna do smack one to get more soul for free? I think I need to go up, not down, so let's not go this way. This looks better. Oops. So it is a bit of a climb to get out of here, but it's not too bad. There's at least nothing terribly dangerous in the way. Blowhorn up. I remember this time. It faced the void and ascends unscathed. Could it unite such vast darkness? Ghost, I see you face the place of your birth, and now drape yourself in the substance of its shadow. Though our strength is born of similar source, that part of you, that crucial emptiness, I do not share. Funny then that such darkness gives me hope. Within it I see the chance of change. A difficult journey you would face, but a choice it can create. Prolong our world's stasis or face the heart of its infection. I'd urge you to take that harder path, but what end may come, the decision rests with you. Yay, decisions. We make those. We're good at those. Definitely good at those. Alrighty then. While we're here, let's quickly go and grab the Grim Troop Flame. I could also donate all my money to the fountain. Let's do that. We have some money in the bank, so we should be fine on money. Where is fountain? I do not remember. Wasn't it just sitting out here somewhere? I don't think it's to the bottom left. I think this is already back to the top entirely, yeah. Isn't it like in a room on the right or something? Here it is. Drop all Geo and Fountain. Yeah, sure. One before lead. Better get rid of it now. Okay, that was not good enough. If we get enough money, we get a thing for it. I don't remember the number that you need. I usually just, when I pass by, eventually decide to drop everything, and then that's usually enough to get it done. This time we were a bit short. Alright, more map filled in. Now we have the Abyss. Haha. Looks big and ominous, doesn't it? Basically as deep as it goes. Alright, so this room is not too bad. We do have a new flame fight here though. The first of the new kinds. Yep. Oops. Buttons, yes, press all of the buttons that are incorrect. All of them. No hesitation, just cycle through them. Does this open? No, that looked like this other place that might open. Ooh, ah. Money. Alright, so this is where it gets a bit awkward because we now fight something in here. This is another upgraded version of these guys. Those spiral thingies are a bit faster with us. He also casts flames, which do 2 damage and linger a little bit. And I miss. Oh, right. Did not recognize the animation. Now, time to die. Oh wow, I am dead. I thought that fireball was gonna be slower. Oops. Good thing we rested right here. Bit of a stupid death, but alas, most deaths are. Right, come hither, body mine. Where's my money and my souls and myself? Is it above? Where's my stuff? What the fuck? It's in here, according to the map. Is it down here? No. Oh. I guess we'll worry about that later then. Oops. Dash right in there again. He just does 2 damage with everything, it seems. Thought that was gonna be the fire pillars again. I'm bad at discerning the ones that close. Yeah. Well, if you go for him directly, he fucks off. Interesting. There you go. Sorted. Oh, here we are. Our soul is just on the other side. Bit unfortunate. In case we had died, that would have been tragic, but alas. We solved it, NP. Let's go through here. Find item. Just more money. Speaking of money, we could make a shit ton of money by just going to sell to the collector mate. And this leads to the bottom of the shaft that we saw before. secret here for some essence, so may as well partake in the good old fucking tree exploration bullshit. We've never been through this room though, so it's not too bad. Also, this one is like medium challenging because like you have to navigate these spike puzzles and shit, which aren't really like much of a puzzle or much of a spike puzzle, but better than nothing. Better than just mindless backtracking. There's also this little gap down here that you can see. We used that to go from one half of the waterways over to Eastmouse Grove and became immune to acid bullshit. Pick up some money on the way. Here's the connection to where we built the Dung Defender. He had this little like water level control device thingy, and this is the pipes that are connected to that, where we drained the water so we could access Eastmouse Grove. And we're almost all the way through, and here's the City of Tears. Time to go back down and inspect the tree. Fuck. What say you, tree? Kingdom above, palace below, servant's path. Right, where next? I think we use the tram here once more. Also, could just get the flame by the Mantis Village thingy. That's a place we wanted to explore, or I wanted to at least re-explore anyway. Still at the tree there, we haven't looked at that connection path there. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to do in the fungal wastes in Mantis Village. What else? Oh, there's also a flame in the distant village. Oh, there's 4 in this one. I didn't remember that. Thought there was only 2. 3. Well, 2 remaining, so 3 total. Huh, neat. Guess that gives us a reason to go back there as well. Do we want to do that now? Where do we want to go? Let's go take the tram to the, and connect it up to the Kingdom's Edge. Oh. Slightly clumsy movement, but alas, at least we didn't die. Right. Oh, the speakers stayed broken. I thought I could just demonstrate that we can turn off the music and then they'd eventually respawn and we'd get our music back in the tram. I was so wrong. Anyway, so this is interesting because this tram line has 3 stations in total, the other ones always have like 2. So last time we went from Deep Nest over here to the Ancient Basin, and this time we go from the Ancient Basin over to this little path here that we haven't seen before. This connects back up to, oops, goodbye, Can. Never liked you anyway, hope that wasn't too loud. This connects back to the Kingdom's Edge, as I was telling earlier, so we are basically just filling in the rest of the map for the area. Anything over here? I don't think so. Fucking bees, mate. Oops. That one's kind of a pain to open. Let's just do this. Ah, looks like a honeycomb, like a hive, sorts. Not just a hive, it's the hive apparently. The beehive. So I'm not gonna explore this now. I think there's a bench here, right? At the entrance. Maybe not. I don't want to do the entire hive right now. I think I just want to connect up the path to the Kingdom's Edge and then we call it a stream. So I'm not committing to doing this right now, just pointing out it is right here, and we shall do it at some point. As I was alluding to, could always explore where the bees make honey, so that is now an option, since we now know where that lies. We do have a bit of a connecting area here. There's something on the left side wall. The very buzzing hive on the right. Oops. Oh, command fumbles again and again. Oops. Wow, I am very clumsy. This is the opposite of the correct timing. Does this actually connect up to East Musgrove? Because this sure looks like it. Doesn't seem so. But it has those flowers growing, or the greenery there, like East Musgrove does. I don't think there's anything for us to do on the right side either. Having a quick double check. Hydrate, oh boy, oh boy. Aren't you afraid that I would have long died since you weren't here to tell me to hydrate? That's alright, Astra. You arrive at a very unfortunate time since we're about to call it a stream. Do I want to go up here? Sure, let's have a look. This does lead. It does link up to East Musgrove, interesting. I didn't remember that at all. Nice. Oh, I thought there was a wall to break. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, Mario Kart can be hit or miss, sadly. Fine game, but not always what one wants in life. I don't think multiplayer Stardew Valley would be for me. It feels like the sort of game to just pop in and play every now and then when you're in the mood for it, and just play it at your own pace, do your own things as you want them to. Don't think a second person would necessarily make that much better. But probably still a fun time in class, just about anything else. Right, let's start connection explored. It should fill them on the map once we're done. Oh, is it? I haven't noticed anything yet. That said, I do know that Nintendo's netcode stuff is generally absolutely awful, especially like in Smash Ultimate and stuff, so I am not surprised to hear if that isn't working out perfectly. And this connects to the Kingdom's Edge, where we were earlier. Haha. Let's go down one here. Get ourselves some extra loot. I think that's actually it, though. Oh, no, maybe it does connect to the hive. Oh, it does, yeah. Oh, it's this section. Right. I remember this. We'll quickly dip in here, get what we can, and then fuck off. Indeed, the bees. Horrifying. Especially if you finish. Alrighty. Yeah, I think these are popular in general. Don't think you're alone in liking them. Where is my nearest bench? I guess we'll just teleport away. I'll shoot you first though, because why not? I leave. Alright, so let's have a quick check of the map for what we just did. So we took the tram over towards the hive entrance. You can even see the first bits of it in there. Then we have this little connection over to Eastmouse Grove. I did remember that existing. I wonder if that's sort of new or something. Probably not, because there's a grub in there. Who knows. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it then for today's stream. We did a whole bunch of little knickknacks here and there, finishing off some minor side stuff that we left behind before. I didn't continue the main breaking the seal path very much, intentionally so, because we are kind of unlocking a second direction the game can go by going into the abyss and grabbing the shade cloak and stuff like that. So that will be fun to fuck around with. I think next time we'll finish off the flames, finish off the Grim Troop DLC, probably have a look around the Mantis Village and Fungal Waste again, now with our newly found exploration capabilities. And then we'll see where we go from there. Probably do the hive as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, I hope you had fun, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye!